Hello, my name's Alice and I'm the production editor at Cardmaking Papercraft magazine. Now today I'm going to show you how to make this card, which is featured in issue 107 as our know-how technique project, and this is tea bag folding. So this is tea bag folding, and as you can see it looks really intricate and quite complicated, but in actual fact it's quite easy to use and just requires just a little bit of folding here, which is actually very easy to do. So I'm going to show you how to do this entire card. Okay, so to start off you need to get your base. So for this we've just used white card, and if I just measure it so you can check that, it's 105 millimeters across and 305 millimeters. So you just score and fold it in half to make your base. And now you're just going to put the paper layers on so it all looks nice and pretty, because that's what we like at Cardmaking and Papercraft. And we've just got some spotty paper, which we have cut to 95 by 145 millimeters. Okay, now we've already put some double-sided tape on here, but whichever adhesive you prefer, if you prefer working with Pritt stick or glue dots, that's absolutely fine, but we tend to find that double-sided sticky tape tends to work the best. Okay, so once you've removed all your double-sided sticky tape backs, then you can just layer it onto a piece of pink card. Now just making sure that all lines up straight. Oh. Don't know if you crafters are anything like me, but I find it impossible to do straight lines. There we go. So I just laid onto some pink card, and then once again, if you apply some double-sided tape to the back, and then attach it to your base card. Like so. Now, we've used a die cut label here, but you can equally just make your own fancy shape if you want to, or just do it on a square panel. That's absolutely fine, whatever you're happiest with. Now this fixes onto the base card with sticky fixers, so it's not a problem. And then just apply that centrally onto your card. Now what I'm going to show you is how to do the tea bag folding. So again, we've die cut label shapes, but this works just as well with circles, or you could just use normal squares. Now, what you have to do is if you fold it once on the diagonal, and try and be as neat as possible when you do this. Okay, so fold it once on the diagonal, and then use a bone folder just to go over the crease. Okay, then open it up, and then fold it across on the other diagonal. Again, try to be as neat as possible and line up any edges. And again, go over it with a bone folder. Now keep it folded, and then what you do is you take that outer corner and you bring it inwards towards the centre, like so, and then just use your fingers to fold it all into position, and then repeat the same on the other side, like so, and then go over with a bone folder. Now you need to make 4 of these shapes, so as you can see I've made 4 here, and the 2 end ones, which you can see on here, they need to be folded over again. So if you just fold them again and make some creases. Okay, now these shapes work really nicely together because you can just slot them in to make your cake design. So you just slot them all in together like so, and then you can apply some glue or double-sided tape to hold them in place. Okay, so you can see you've got the general cake effect there. And now we're going to pop it all onto the base card. But first, if you just cut yourself out a sort of cake case design, again we just use coordinating patterned paper. And if you want to do some stripes like we have, you just need to get a strip of pink card and just apply it across there. So I'll just cut this down. again, you could always just use marker pen, or you could draw on the stripes, whichever you're happiest with. So here you go, you've got the nice stripes of the cake there. And then if you attach this to your base card, I've used sticky fixers, but anything you want to use is absolutely fine. I just quite like sticky fixers because you get that 3D effect. So you just pop that onto your base card, and then you pop your cake on top of that, and once again with the trusty double-sided tape, just peel off the backing and stick it onto your base card. Now if there's any sort of flappy bits that you're not happy with, it's absolutely fine to stick those down once it's attached, just for a neater finish. Then we've used some little punch circles here for the cherry on top. So if you just punch some circles, but you can punch any shape you want, like a star might look quite pretty as well, especially if it's around Christmas time. So just apply that to the top of your cake by there. And for that essential bit of sparkle, put a gem on top. You could use glitter, or a button, anything you've got in your crafty stash will work really well. So just apply some double-sided tape there. And then attach the gem to the top. And then if you pop a greeting on, we've used a printed greeting which we've then punched out, but you can do a written greeting, or if you're a fan of stamping, that's absolutely fine as well. Okay, so apply some double-sided tape across there. And attach your greeting. So I am going to just go over all the folds once again with a bone folder, just so everything lies nice and flat. I think I might even apply just a touch of double-sided tape just to some of the areas that are flapping up. There we go. And then what would a card be without the bow to finish it? So if you just pop a bow on top, we've used a nice white satin one just because it coordinates prettily there, but of course baker's twine is quite on trend at the moment, and you could always use, say, a gross grain ribbon or organza, whichever one you've got in your crafty stash, and just pop that onto there. And then just to add a little bit of extra sparkle, just go around all the edges with a touch of glitter glue. That gives it a nice sort of frosted effect. And there you have it, your cake card from issue 107 of Cardmaking and Papercraft. Well, thank you for watching today, and if you want to find out more card ideas or anything more about the magazine, visit our website at www.cardmakingandpapercraft.com.